I knew the odds were worsening, and I knew that we had a much better chance finding them while we still had a little bit of daylight remaining.
A dramatic rescue unfolding over Lake Erie. Take a look at this. This is video from the Erie County Sheriff's Office. Shows a mother and her two young daughters stranded on a paddleboard miles and miles away from shore late at night. And good evening, everyone. I'm Scott Levin. Mary Alice is off tonight. Niagara regional officers say the woman and her little girls, ages 6 and 8, left to go paddleboarding at noon, and they were not found until nearly 9 hours later. 2 on your sides. Maura Vaughn spoke with the Erie County Sheriff's Office pilot who found them and joins us now in the studio with the details. Maura.
Scott, what an incredible story. And the most important thing to know is that the family's safe now and no one was hurt. The pilot who spotted them, Captain Ryan Rogers, says that they were lucky to be found. That's because they were 10 miles away from the land at this location on Lake Erie. The Erie County Sheriff's Office says their helicopter took off around 8 o'clock last night after the Niagara Regional Police got a call that a mom and her two daughters never came home. The paddleboarders were spotted at 8:55, about 20 minutes after sunset, and were rescued shortly after by a Canadian Coast Guard boat. Captain Ryan Rogers says he was confident that they would find the three, but was worried about the time left before it got dark.
We may have prevailed with the infrared in the darkness, but I knew the odds were worsening, and I knew that we had a much better chance finding them while we still had a little bit of daylight remaining. For us to find them in all that open water was miraculous. I just remember praying. We were in a race against time. We were losing the sunlight. We were losing the daylight. And I just remember praying and saying, I hope to God that we find them.
Rogers believes because of the strong winds yesterday, the current may have swept up the paddleboarders, and says that the Erie County Sheriff's Office gets search and rescue calls pretty routinely this time of year. Rogers says it took 25 minutes for the Canadian Coast Guard boat to get to the family because of how far out they were. Officials say if you're planning on doing any water sports like paddleboarding or kayaking, always plan ahead. On your side in the studio, Maura Vaughn, Channel 2 News.